Hey there guys, welcome to another episode of Evelution. Today we are going to be going on with our normal routine. I've got the buzzard set and ready to go. Let's check the fitting here. I think everything's about where it was before. We do have the covert ops cloaking device fitted, finally. And I did pick up some other stuff to put in these slots and these slots. I do need to train some skills for this stuff first, though, and I need to decide exactly what I want to put here yet. Now, I'm thinking possibly doing, like, a weapon of some sort, just as, like, a point defense thing, in case the covert ops thing doesn't necessarily pan out. But, honestly, I don't know. I might go with, like, a tackler, since the ship's pretty fast. If something gets too close, I can tackle it and then just run. I could do like a smart bomb to get rid of drones, which would really be the only things fast enough to keep up. So there are options. We'll figure that out at some point. But anyway, let me go ahead and undock here, and we're going to do some scanning, as you likely imagine, given the ship I'm deploying here. And we'll see what the system has for us today. We are zoomed way in to that. Okay, there we go. A little bit better, a little bit better. And we need to get far enough away from the station in order to cloak, but we can go ahead and launch our probes. But first I need to reload it, I believe. Right? Yeah.
A module has run out of charges.
Right, I want you to reload it. There we go. Goodness. Technology. What can you do? So, yeah, anyway. Perfect. Let's go ahead and launch that. And we'll cloak. And we can go ahead and stop the ship now. Even though we can keep going at normal speed, you know, it's not necessary. Okay, so let's pull up the scanner here. Get to the probe scanner. Perfect, perfect. Pull up the map. And let's zoom out a bit. Now, it looks like there's one cosmic signature out there right now. It doesn't say exactly what it is, so let's see what we've got. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's the only one out there. So let's go ahead and get our guys into position right on top of that sucker. Let's switch our formation, of course. Obviously we want to go a little bit more like size-wise. And it kind of looks like we're right on top of it. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what I did there. Accidentally hit the right mouse button. So, yeah. Alright. Let's see what it's got for us now. So, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do ultimately in the game. Now, as a miner, one of the things that's always on my mind for Eve... what do you mean there's no scan signatures detected? There's two, literally right there. And you were right on top of the one. So we've got a combat site that we could jump to. Dadgone, I need to do something about the deviation on this thing. Let's try there. How are there no signatures detected? We're right on. Okay. Is anyone else like confused by what's happening here? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. It seems like there'd be one right here. Because there was one right there. Yes, so anyway, one of the things that's foremost on my mind as a miner is the whole, like, suicide ganking thing that has become so terribly popular in the EVE Online universe. And, you know, it's a little frustrating that that is the case. Like, I know there are some people who abuse the mining system, and will try to do, like, they'll create, like, little scripts that do all the mining for them, and so they don't really even have to play the game, and I think that's a bit silly. Obviously everything's missing, so get the probes back, and we'll just head to that combat site. Decloak. We'll reload the launcher here. And yeah, that's a little bit frustrating, and I don't think that people should be abusing the system like that. It's a game. You play it because you think it's fun and you enjoy doing that, not just because you want to get like lots of money without having to do anything. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, ultimately,
Docking permission requested.
that the people don't want to play the game. Like, that seems a bit random to me. I think there are cases when it makes sense to AFK. Like, I do that in Minecraft all the time, but it's a little bit of a different situation because, like, I only have so much time, and I want to make sure I have the resources to, like, do videos and stuff, and not spend the whole video mining for resources and then not have time to do what I had intended to do. But, in the case of EVE, like, there are some miners that actually, like, go out and will sit there and mine, and, like, I'm one of them. So, in my mind, it seems a little wrong that there are people out there that will just, like, suicide gank any miner for no particular reason. That's just not cool. So one of the things I've been thinking about doing is actually creating a corporation that's specifically set up to protect miners. Now, obviously, since it's just me at the moment, it would be just like this one system, because there's just not enough of me to go around for the whole of EVE. But, you know, you fleet up with someone, you do a shield booster so that they can't get, like, alpha striked, and then if anyone messes with them at all, then you're in this big combat ship versus a mining vessel, so you pretty much just own whoever's screwing with them. And they're free to continue mining, and, you know, if they, you know, if they're appreciative and you do a good job, then it makes sense that you would get some compensation for that. Seriously, launch drones, guys. For real. Okay, sure. Let's go to the default. Approach that. So yeah, that's kind of my idea for a corporation kind of thing. Seems like a good plan to me. And hopefully you guys think so. It's something I intend to do within the next few months, I'm thinking. No, not what I want. Yeah, and so I actually use a trackball instead of a normal mouse, and it works really well for me at times, and other times not as much. So if you guys ever notice that I'm having trouble with anything, that's probably why. So yeah, the ship's pretty solid for what I use it for. For the most part, I just use the drones to kill off everything. Because they're pretty hardcore drones, and my drone skills are awesome. So, you know, I could handle combat sites and like lower security systems and that kind of thing, but for now this works for me. And since these are frigates, it kind of makes sense that I'm killing them with drones anyway, because they can move a whole heck of a lot faster than I can. Thankfully, my drone skills allow me to extend my reach really, really far, as you notice. Let's take a look at this guy. That's a frigate, right? Interesting. Alright, did not mean to shrink that. I wanted to close it. Let's pull up this salvage list here. And right now I'm just abandoning the wrecks that don't have stuff in them that I want, so that the combat site people can salvage those without making it so that I can attack them. That's just a nice thing to do. Going to take literally all of this. I honestly didn't expect there to be so much stuff in there. And now we can abandon that wreck. Let's go open this one. So yeah, we'll have to see exactly how much the stuff will sell for, because occasionally you get some really valuable stuff, and that's always a good time. Always a good time. Come on, almost there. There it is. Ship scanner. Good times. Not a very good one, but hey, what can you do? We can abandon that wreck and go open that. Ooh, that is far away. Now, I have considered potentially putting a booster on this thing, but given that it's a combat ship, there's not much point to it. I've got the drones, which can go a great distance and are really fast. So, as far as chasing stuff down, the drones do just fine. And honestly, anything that's big enough that I need to use missiles on it isn't going to be able to get far enough away fast enough. So I'm not too worried about it. For a PvP ship, it's probably not a great setup, but for PvE, I'm totally fine. Pretty much the enemies will come to you, and you know, hey, that works. And honestly, I don't do a lot of PvP because I feel like A, I would be terrible at it, and B, I don't like the whole like fighting other players thing. It just creates rivalries and hardships, and granted, my corporation idea is sort of that, but in a different sense. It's more like protection oriented than it is like PvP for the sake of PvP. So I feel like I'm justified in that. I can contradict myself. Just accept that. Accept that that's okay. Alright, you don't have to accept that that's okay, but sometimes I'm going to contradict myself, and that's just how it goes. Okay, stations.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Combat thing is all set. Now what is this? I feel like this is new. Cosmetic ship upgrades. Look at that. Do they have any? Oh, look. Rogue skins. This is why I need to get a battleship. In particular, the Rogue. I think this is one of the just best looking designs in the Caldari fleet, and I
Docking
want one
requested.
at some point.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. I guess I was done looking at the store, and that's fine. So yeah, let's take a look at our haul here. Now, as I recall, everything does have to be in your item hanger before you can sell it. Now, those we're going to keep because they're for our ship here. And at some point, I do want to diversify the weapon systems a little bit. So I've got stuff for like really heavy stuff, and stuff for like medium weight stuff, and stuff for like lightweight stuff. And if you're able to follow that, bravo. So let's see how much this would sell for. That's the total? Are you... Okay. We're going to reprocess those. 100 of these. Okay, so basically we don't care about the ammo stuff. We'll just reprocess that. We'll reprocess that. Let's see what this sells for. That's not bad. We'll sell that. Sell this item. That's great. We'll sell that. Small murky remote. Sell this item. That's wonderful. Sell that. Small clarity, something or other. No one's buying that, so we'll reprocess it. And the rudimentary ship scanner. No one wants that, so we'll reprocess that. Cool, cool. And so metal scraps. Auto targeting missiles, Nova light missile. Ship scanner, clarity ward thing, thorium, tungsten charges. Okay, get quote. 0 unrecoverable on the Mexilon, 1 on the Pyrite, 11 on the Tritanium. That's probably from metal scraps mostly, because my reprocessing skills on that are not 100%, so, and they're not taking a whole lot, so yeah, we'll repro that. Sorry, I went like a 1/4% gangster there for a second. And so yeah, Tritanium. No, ship hanger. Need to make this the active ship. And M? Was it M? It is M. Okay. Item hanger. We'll toss our Tritanium into container M, where we will stack all. And that really just kind of got absorbed by that. It didn't even change the thing. So yeah, basically I'm trying to fill this sucker with Tritanium. Let me look at his fitting. He's got a cloaking device. Improved cloaking device 2. Now that's the best one I can fit on this. We've got cargo hold optimization, expanded cargo hold stuff. We've got invulnerability fields, shield extenders to make it super durable. And what I need to put here, and I actually got this as an interesting thought, is a auto targeting system. And you're sitting there going like, what? Why? Why would you put one there? Just a basic like tech level 1 auto targeting system. Because it will automatically target anyone that starts to take hostile action against me, which tells me I need to take defensive actions. Get the little beep 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 of it targeting someone. I'm like, oh, so I guess I need to go ahead and throw up my invulnerability fields, try and cloak and see if I can't get out of this. So yeah, it's actually a really interesting idea for a defensive mod. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of our episode today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Sorry it didn't have a whole lot of time for this one, but sometimes that's just sort of how it goes. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the episode, make sure that you like it, and feel free to leave comments, of course. And of course, if you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely go ahead and do that. That's the best way to keep up to date on when new videos come out and when we're doing new and fun stuff. Alright, so thanks guys again for watching, and as always, I will talk at you later.